Hey everybody. Welcome to October's episode of Pink Table Talk. Our partner in crime, Haley, just had a baby. So she is taking, rightfully so, some time to be with her newly created family, and we're so happy for her. Um, but I'm Osameka. I'm a proud member of the Touch team. I oversee two of our programs and community engagement at Touch, and I'm here with my sisters. And she's here with her blood sisters as well. Ari is one of my dear sisters. Happy to be on the Touch team with her. I feel like I've known her my whole life, honestly. Love her so much. And I'm gonna let Ari take it over for.
Hey y'all, hey y'all. I know y'all haven't seen me on the Pink Table Talk, but here I am for the month of October, period. As you may know, I also work for the Touch team. I run our HBCU internship. Um, well, really we all wear a lot of hats, but that's my main hat is the HBCU internship. There's a little event planning here and there, public speaking, things of that nature. I'm just incredibly blessed to be a part of this team and filling in while Haley is taking care of that baby girl she just had. Um, and Dr. Ken is just being busy in the month of October. We know how it gets. So I'm honored to be here tonight with all of my sisters, work sisters and blood sisters. Period. Um, what we were thinking about on this call, we just focus on young survivorship and what it looks like taking care of a young survivor and being young caregivers. Because, in this space, we typically see women in later ages with the diagnosis, and we hear about their husbands taking care of them or their moms pulling through or things like that. But what does it look like when it's a young survivor? So this is what it looks like.
Yes, today's a really special day, isn't it, Ari?
Yes, it is. It is my 5-year survivorship period. This is when I finished chemo 5 years ago during COVID, which does not seem that long ago. So like 5 years is crazy. A lot has happened in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is my care team right here. We have my oldest sister, Key. Well, she's a mama bear of the group. She do not play, literally. She is the executioner, all the things. Yeah, packed into one. Execute.
Mama Bear for
Executor. Oh,
sure.
yeah, execute. Well, she could be both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely Mama Bear.
Literally. And then we have the next oldest. We have Sterling. She's down right there.
Hey.
That's my Irish twin. That's my girl, our teacher, our educator. Yeah, all in one, my twin. And then last but not least, we have the baby of the group, Isis.
Hi, y'all.
Yeah, that's my first child right there, y'all. I know I don't know what it's like to be a full fledged mother, but if I had a taste, that was my taste right there. Yes, that's my baby girl. And then I'm just the awesome middle child, middle child gang, what it's
Yeah,
like
I'm a middle child.
child out
Yeah.
there. Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. We're the best. We
You
keep
know, yeah, we're
keep
pretty
it
cool.
balanced. See that? Yeah. Look at that.
Ari, so tell us a little bit about your experience.
Yeah, for sure. So like I said, my name is Ari. I was first diagnosed when I was 19 years old. I was just a sophomore in college. Just like the rest of them, they were also in college. Isis was in high school. And I just went to take a shower one day and I was shaving my armpits as girls do. And I felt like a lump in there. And when I describe a lump, I would say that it felt like a rock, like a pebble or something like that. It just felt hard. It didn't feel my regular. And so as soon as I got out of the shower, I called my doctor's office back because I literally was just on the phone with them before I got in the shower. So I called them back and I was like, hey, can I add a breast exam to my appointment? And they were like, sure. So I went and got my breast exam. Um, and my nurse practitioner said that she felt like it was concerning, like it was hard and stuff. And so she sent me in to get a biopsy. whole time that I got the biopsy. The whole time I was waiting on the biopsy, I was making like small jokes like, ha ha, I'm being tested for cancer, like, just the dark Aquarius mind. Yeah, so it was
But
really,
also trying to just like make light of a very scary
yeah,
situation.
most definitely. And so yeah, then I got a call about 2 weeks later, and that's when she called and told me that I had invasive ductal carcinoma. And I was like, okay, girl, what medicine do I need to take for that? And that's when she told me that it was cancer. Instantly, everything paused, just like in a movie, just like it does when there's something dramatic happen.
Hmm.
And of course, I had to go and tell that news individually to each sibling. And I'm sorry, my dogs is just, I got 3 dogs over here. We're a house full
It's a full house over there,
it's a full house, guys.
yeah. But
Um,
we can really hear the dogs, so it's fine.
yeah. So yeah, I had to individually call and tell all my sisters, and I feel like that was a big moment for me. My sisters are my best friends. We talk every single day. So just having to deliver that news was pretty hard. Key was at work, Sterling was at school. Isis, I think you had school and work. We didn't even call Isis till like 8 p.m. that night because we was like, we gotta let her get through everything before
Mm.
break it to her. And then yeah. And I just feel like everything started really fast after that. After the diagnosis, I had to get a lot of imaging done. Um, they started me on chemo pretty quickly. I went through, what was it, 4 rounds of the Red Devil, adriamycin, and then I went through 12 rounds of Taxol. My caregivers, they were also in school and stuff, and we didn't live with each other at the time because I was in college. So, they came when they could.
Hmm.
Um,
Because life has to continue, right?
Literally. And that's like the sucky parts. Like you want all the people around you, but it's just like, the world does not slow
Yeah.
down for a diagnosis. So, we all did what we could in the moment, when it came to that. And so, I got through chemo. Everybody was there on my last day of chemo. Every single sibling, we was back there eating pumpkin pie and ringing bells. And, and then I went and got my double mastectomy. Everyone was still working during that time too, but Isis came down and she took care of me. Baby sis came through and she was with me, helping me get dressed and stuff like that, doing all my little daily tasks. And then I got reconstruction at the end of December of 2019. And by then I was in remission. And then of May 2020, I found another lump. I instantly knew that it was cancer even before I got tested. Like I literally had to call my siblings again. I was like, bro, we gotta link up. We gotta turn up this weekend. I just want to have fun. Like I don't want to think about this. So that is surely what we did. We did turn up. Um, and then I had to start my another cancer journey. Luckily this time I didn't lose my hair, so I got to feel a little bit more normal going through that cancer journey. I went through 6 more rounds of chemo, and I had 2 surgeries. I had 2 lumpectomies, and then this time I actually got radiation, which really wasn't an option for me the first time. But my doctors reconvened and they were just like, yeah, we're just gonna do it. So I did radiation as well. During this whole time, I was stayed in school full time.
Hmm.
Went to see my sister.
Straight A's.
Y'all
Straight
love
A's.
Very
that in there. Y'all love
We
that.
have to throw that in there. I mean, like, I am not super, but not, school is
outstanding
not for
senior of her
everybody.
whole undergraduate class.
Yes, school is not for everybody, right? I'm definitely a believer of that as a creative. Like sometimes that's not the thing, but the fact that you were able to juggle so many things and still continue life, I just said like life still has to continue. You did absolutely that. Not everybody can do that. People go through so many things in this life and everything else shuts down, but you kept going. And we have to
I think
scream
everybody
about
has
that.
to find that though within themselves.
Yeah,
Like we all have to
absolutely.
find our motivating factor, and Sometimes when we see in older survivors, people are like, "Oh, I'm fighting for my kids. I'm fighting to be here with my husband.
Yeah.
I ain't
Everybody
got
has
none
their
of them
thing.
things. I ain't got none of them things." But I knew that I love school. Like deep down inside,
Mm.
I'm a nerd, and so like just being able to study and go to class and get A's, like there's nothing that tickles my pickle more than getting an A in a course. Like.
Tickles your pickle. No, but also it's like you want to feel normal too. So that was your normal. So why
Yeah.
would you stop? Yeah, that's what kept you going for so many reasons. And your sisters, your family.
Oh yeah, my sisters, my ace boon coons. Um, they're my driving factor every day, even beyond a diagnosis.
Yeah,
Everything.
you guys are such a beautiful unit.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you. Yeah. Um, so yeah, they just were my rock through everything, honestly and truly. I don't know how I would have been able to do anything, even when they couldn't be there physically, they were there for me mentally. Like I wouldn't change out my crew for the world. I don't know about anybody else's crew, but my crew's solid.
And now, what does life look like for my beautiful sister now?
Right now we are currently all living together in the house. So we're literally in two different rooms right now. Me and Key are in the dining room, living room, and Sterling and Isis are in our hair studio slash arts and crafts room.
I love it.
So as you can see in that back, that's half a Key's hair studio. She does hair part-time. If they
I
flip
love
the
it because
camera,
we're entrepreneurs, okay?
entrepreneurs, period. Yeah, and if they flip the camera, the other side of the room is our large, large accumulation of arts and crafts things. It's a lot
Of,
of things. I couldn't even, yeah,
yeah.
couldn't even.
Of
So yeah,
course.
we're just beautifully living together, enjoying this time together. It was always a dream of mine for us to all be under one roof. So I'm living in my manifestation right now, whether these
Yeah.
ladies know it or not.
It's divine, right? I think you guys are, there's so many, this age, this window of age, it's a very interesting time in life. And for you guys to have each other to go through it together is a really beautiful thing. You're able to lean on each other in hard times. It's
Literally.
beautiful.
And it makes me think about like when I was going through treatment and being a college student, like I always used to cry and be like, man, everybody's out there living their best lives, and I'm sitting here doing
Mm.
and the little energy that I have, I'm studying. And so, and one time I was sitting in the treatment room and this lady across from me, I was telling her how I felt about it. I think this was my second diagnosis because we weren't allowed to have people in the room with us. So a lot of the survivors had to talk during chemo um
Mm.
COVID. So I was just telling her how
Yeah.
I felt, and she was like, I don't see why you're sad. Like, you're crying about being out right now. Wait till after college. Like, you gonna be able to like get lit and be in Vegas. Like, you're worried about being lit and being in a dorm room or somebody's college apartment. Like, you could be on an island somewhere. And I was like, oh, you're absolutely right. And so now I'm living that dream now. Like
Mm.
I'm living the college dream that I always wanted, but I get to live with my siblings and like whether the age scale is going up or not, it still feels like we're all like teenagers in the house together. And so
Yeah, no, your house, I haven't been there yet. But obviously I've seen on FaceTime and it's like you're getting to explore that inner child and it's like a sanctuary for all of you in so many different ways. Like it attends to all of your different creative things and all of your needs and so beautiful.
yeah,
So
most definitely.
sisters,
Thank you.
let's talk about from your lens what it was to be Ari's caretaker, her caregiver, and anyone can talk. Don't all talk at once.
I feel like, oh, I'm Key again, the oldest. I feel like it was very much empowering for me and just um like I just see all of my siblings as like my little babies. So it's like I want to
Yeah.
fix, and there's also me just being a doer and a big sister, a mom too. I just want to do and fix, but like seeing my sister in such a vulnerable point, like the most I can give is like my emotional love and just me being present and giving words of encouragement. So like I just feel like it was just
Hmm.
very empowering to see her strength and then also being able to love on her in such like a gentle time for her. So I just feel like it was nice. I feel like it brought us like our connection and our bond even stronger and closer just as siblings.
Absolutely.
Um, and just being able to like laugh at her pain and I guess dark humor or whatever, but like just like
Laugh at her pain. I thought I heard that
being
wrong, but I get what you're saying.
optimistic for sure. Just always being optimistic, and I feel like it's just grown through the tough times we've had together, like leaning in on each other. So I really am
Yeah.
appreciative of it and seeing her strength and seeing how it's molded us to be such great sisters together.
Yeah.
Our
You were
relationship.
giving her strength, and she didn't know that she was giving you strength.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm,
And yeah,
that's
I don't want to
beautiful.
get emotional. Oh my gosh, that was deep. But yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah, she
That's
has
so
strength.
beautiful.
Yeah, along with the strength, I think like she was also shedding like light into like it's easy for people to just how we started the beginning of the discussion, just go on living your life and you're just doing things and it's easy to see how wrapped up in your own life you are when your family
Yeah.
member needs you because it's like how am I going to actually implement being present with this person and make sure that I'm still meeting my own needs and meeting their needs and like just digging deep and figuring out what is a way that you can show up for the person that you love and just it makes you feel and allows you to be more intentional and
Mm,
you can either take the opportunities to be more intentional and grow and that's what I learned and I'm just grateful that she's the person that helped me learn that and I take it with like high stride to know that I've come a long way and like I'm still growing and I still want to be better for her and for the family and just remembering that your family is like why you do what you do. So
mm.
just a lot of gratitude and like I said, light that came from it.
Yeah, she is such a light. I know that she's been such a light in my life. And you're absolutely right, Sterling. Like more present and intentional in everything that you do because every second is so precious. That was so beautiful. I'm trying not to cry today. Like, let's not
I
do that.
know.
But
Wipe before the little tear away. No,
Good.
what's
I,
up?
Isis, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I would say being my sister's caretaker was definitely, I would say, heartbreaking and inspirational. So first I would start off saying heartbreaking because just seeing your sister in that situation that is kind of critical. You would never think that you would see somebody so close to you go through something like that. But wrapping it back, I would say it's inspirational just seeing my sister fight all the battles, still going to school, still being herself, still pouring life into herself, light into others, everybody around her. Like, yeah, just amazing. My sister's just such a powerhouse.
She is incredible, incredible force,
I didn't
force to
think I
be
was gonna cry. I didn't even say I was gonna cry. Not heartbreaking,
forced.
girl. Don't say heartbreak, girl.
Sorry.
Break my little heart.
I mean, it is hard because
Right.
you're a strong person and you've always been a strong person. You were a fighter when we were kids, and the girl that's not afraid to stand up and do what you got to do, hustling people for their quarters in the lunch line. Like, I don't know. You just,
Activists and creating those like Black Lives Matters rallies and cancer
before
Right.
Black Lives
protests.
Matter was really a national
Y'all don't know that
organization.
about me. Yeah, girl. I was literally, yeah. I did a Black
So
Lives
to
Matter protest
see
at school.
somebody that can
Really,
do it all need other people, it's just an honoring moment. And it is heartbreaking because it's not what you want. And you always want your sister to feel in her power. And it's hard to see her feel not in her power, but then it just becomes your job and your want to make the space feel safe for her. And like that it doesn't have
Mm,
to be a moment of giving your power, just a moment of sharing it with the people that love you and It's never a moment where we're looking at you that you can't do something, but just let us help you do it. Because when we weren't all living together and when we were all in different places, it was harder to be together. But, you know, you powered through it and you do what you can do. And I'm just glad that we can all do more for each other now and know even better what that means for each person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying that she is a force to be reckoned with, and not even surprised by the whole like movement. The Black Lives Matter, and I'm not surprised at all because that is just who you are. And I think exactly what Sterling was saying, like you probably needed a moment to be shown that you don't have to do everything on your own. Like
It most
you
definitely
have people in your corner, yeah.
is definitely humbling. If you think there's gonna be something that'll knock you on your ass, it will be. The worst thing to think is not me, you know. I won't be the one that's gonna be knocked on the ass again, but yeah. God hasn't really shown you things. But
Everyone thinks they're the exception.
yeah. Everyone thinks they're the exception, yeah.
hmm do you guys feel like you saw any differences in Ari's experiences? A difference in her or how she handled it, how
Like
you handled it?
or like my first journey compared to like my second journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. I just feel like her positive, I feel like she had more of a positive outlook.
Each time,
Yeah.
it's better and better.
Just climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing.
Take that laugh away from her, girl.
Do you feel like you guys then tailored how you showed up for her differently, or like what was it? Was was there a shift at all with those between those experiences and your behavior too, I guess?
I don't feel like necessarily it was a shift. Like, I still feel like I kept the same energy, but it was just more exciting and like, yeah, like, this is not the end of her story and this is not what makes her. It's just, part of a piece that's Ari. Like, Ari is everything. And, like, her cancer diagnosis is just, one chapter of it. So I do,
A part of her story, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like just,
Perspective is everything.
yeah, just changing the perspective. We all, I guess, molded and shifted together. Honestly, it wasn't like,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a big ball of clay. I just rolled on over, stuck them in, and just rolled back on over, got the other one, and yeah.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's a good visual.
I feel the difference in the first two for sure. Like in every area. Like when it comes to people showing up for me, not paying attention who didn't show up for me. Um,
Mm.
and it just reflected on like all my other areas. Like I just feel like everything was really good. Like my GoFundMe did better the second time. Like school was more understanding with me the second time. Like everything, yeah. It's just like when you start to become more of a positive person, I just feel like every area of your life kind of just reflects it. People are always,
Absolutely.
what did you do? What was the specific thing? I'm like, there was no specific thing. It's just like, when you just choose to have a better mindset and just be more happy and be more in gratitude, like everything just starts to flow in the same way. So I just feel like, yeah, my second journey, baby, I was a movie star. That's all I will say.
yeah,
I love it.
your belief in yourself most definitely grew too. Like you believing in yourself and knowing that you like not only a fighter, because like yeah, you've been strong since the day you were born, but just like your worth and your worth of you being here on this earth.
And I think also
Mm.
more people giving me my flowers in my second one. Like in my second diagnosis, I met Ricky. I was in more spaces with more survivors and like people that
Community.
understood like what I was going through versus like, my other peers, they don't know what to say. They don't even know what to say when someone gets diagnosed. They don't, so I just feel like I was given a lot of my flowers and it made me more confident in seeing other people do what I was doing too. Like it just made me
Mm.
just hella empowered. Like, and that's why I would thank Ricky. Like, I just always said that she saw a light in me that, like, she was like, you did what? You're in school? You're little? And I'm just thinking I'm doing regular shit. I'm just like, what? About 9 to 5. Look. And she's over here like, man, you over here. I'm running the show. So yeah, just immensely grateful. Yes.
I love it. Yeah, I know that Key said the second experience was like more exciting. And that's not a word that people would use to describe a cancer experience, but that just speaks to how your perspective, how everybody's perspective changed because it was more like, yeah, we got this and life continues. And what's next after this for me? I'm excited about whatever I have planned after this.
Literally, I'm like, baby, I'm a pro at this point. I know what vitamins to take. I know I need to hydrate. I know I need to take a Miralax before. I need to take a stool softener afterwards. Like, baby, I know all the tricks now. Like, that's how we were.
Yeah,
That's kind of how we were moving it with
I
that.
love I love it. I mean, mind, body, spirit, right? Everything is all connected and that will affect your health. What did I want to ask you? Oh, so you mentioned school being difficult with your first experience. So I thought about that and also um anything you want to talk about what the healthcare experience, healthcare system was like with those journeys? Any difficulties you found as a young adult trying to navigate that?
Um, I think one of the biggest things is like insurance. It's like,
Hmm.
insurance has been a stressor for me at I almost cussed. Every step of the way, man. Like each diagnosis, like it's just stressful. Especially
Yeah.
we're at that weird age where it's like, baby, I'm on my own insurance, I'm on my parents' insurance. Like, who is taking
Hmm.
care of me? Uncle Sam.
Hmm.
Because baby had to get Medicare. And um yeah, and so I feel like that was very stressful. I feel like that's something that I wish survivors didn't even have to worry about. Was like
Yeah.
finances. Like I'm just trying to live right now. Like you think I want to be worrying about X, Y, and Z, and there's times where my insurance got cut off, and I was in the middle of treatment. Like, girl,
Mm,
my my first my first diagnosis, my last day of chemo, my insurance got cut off. And
mm.
they're like, oh, you're probably not gonna get your chemo today. I'm like, all my sisters traveled all the way here for this
It's
chemo. Like,
horrible.
we all buy matching shirts. I'm telling you, I had the whole thing. Like, it was too much coordination going on for you to tell me I wasn't gonna get chemo today. Like, we literally had to do a stat thing just for me to get chemo that day, and it's been a struggle. That and guess healthcare wise, I've also, with me having a medical, like healthcare background and going to school to be in healthcare, like I can see where the ball is dropped on a lot of patients. When I go in my room with my doctor, talk to any part of my medical staff, like I know exactly what they're saying. I took medical terminology, I worked in health,
Hmm.
like I did clinical rotations, and so like
Right. But
when
the average person wouldn't have,
no, and it's
any idea.
scary because I've seen it. And like when my siblings come with me to appointments, they're like, okay, so what did they say? Like,
Mm,
like I really bring them just so that they could take notes and stuff like that, but they don't be knowing the whole thing. And I just grateful that I'm able to do that because it's, a lot of Black women, we get the ball dropped on us, and I most definitely see it. Um, and it's scary. Like I had a nurse, an
it is.
the nurse asked me if I got a lumpectomy, but she really was trying to ask me if I got a lymphectomy, like if I got lymph.
Oh no.
And she was mixing that up, and then she mixed up the lymphectomy with double mastectomy. Like, oh my gosh, she was mixing up all the words that
Oh,
are just like these are 101 words for somebody that works in healthcare, but like it's not just the patient not asking the right questions. Sometimes the worker doesn't even have the right questions. So
that is horrible. And how are you supposed to feel confident in the care that you're receiving with that kind of
exactly.
experience?
I was like, don't send that lady to my room again. Literally, bring the
Yeah.
doctor back in here.
Right, but what do we tell people
True.
in our community all the time? Like, fire your doctors. They work for you. That goes for everybody that is touching your body and taking care of you in any way.
Man,
Fire them. Find somebody else if you're not feeling confident about what they're telling you. That is scary. That's very scary.
But I do feel like it is like nice to see her advocate for herself
Yeah.
in those type of settings, like where she does know the terminology, she's able to ask more questions, and I'm able to ask questions too, just to get a better understanding and like to be able to help her too when we're at home. So I do feel like it is nice to ask questions and advocate for yourself, like most definitely, like speak up and like don't be afraid to ask 20 questions to your doctor.
Yes. Yes. Be the CEO of your own health is what Ricky says. And literally just that it's unfortunate that we have to operate in these ways. And we're not just receiving the best care possible. But yes, we have to, since we can't fully change how the healthcare system operates a lot of the time, we have to equip ourselves to be better advocates and to fight for what we need. I love that with your first diagnosis, when you found your lump in your armpit, you called right away and asked if you could add a breast exam on or breast screening on. So um, you doing that was proactive from the beginning, and you were advocating for yourself from the beginning. So
Yeah,
um,
supposedly.
um, sisters, do you feel like you take your health more seriously since Ari's diagnosis?
Most definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, just staying in your power, remaining healthy,
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
staying vigilant on your body,
yeah.
I'm
spreading
sure
the
you
news with
hold,
your family and friends. Mhm.
yeah, I'm sure that you hold each other accountable. I know that there's probably like a giant calendar in that house
But we do
with all the
like
things.
with us taking turns cooking each day, we are able to eat healthy with each other and like eat the same stuff and like it's really a nice balance of like work-life balance or sister life balance, like in a sense.
Even the exercising, like one person started exercising, the whole damn house started exercising. We all got our own
Right.
Like rhythm.
yeah, Sterling be in the gym. I'm taking a break. And then Isis and Key, they be doing their at-home workouts and stuff like that. Like it's like our house literally has trends like school. Like I can't explain it. Like if somebody starts liking one song, it's like the whole rest of the house will start liking the song. We'll be like, yeah, put the song on. And like it's just like everything. Like food, we'll be like, oh my gosh. Like the house is obsessed with the frozen Snickers right now, the ice cream Snickers. We have one
Oh.
ice cream Snickers in Chicago. We ain't been the same ever since. Now we just be buying the Butterfingers ice cream. We bought yeah. So it's
Whole box, multi-pack with the
yeah. We have trends in the house for sure. So I just yeah, call me a cookie week. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's trend. So I just feel like
it's never a boring moment for sure.
yeah. So if somebody's in here doing a breast exam, I did a breast exam on ISIS last month. So
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say next. Like the same way that that trends, I'm sure like I know sometimes your cycles probably sync up and then you're
Mhm.
probably like
Back
all
to
like,
back to
all
back.
right, like
don't
breast
get me
exam
started.
time.
Somebody's
No,
always on it. Always.
No, I feel
but
like me and ISIS are same. Me and ISIS be on the same time. It'd be like,
Mine be right after yours. And then do.
yeah, it's like Sterling, me and ISIS, Key.
yeah,
Yeah.
after y'all.
And it'd be crazy, girl. Like,
I'm sure. I
these
can't even imagine.
so on Sundays we do Sister Sundays and we have like
Mhm.
different themes. And so one Sunday we all made a presentation about ourselves. Like what are our favorite foods, what's our do's and don'ts, how to treat us on our periods, and like yeah, we presented it to each one of got to keep up with the times. Like don't touch
Right.
my snacks. I love chips a lot, so don't touch my snacks, you know? But yeah. And so like now we have like a base level of what it looks like to show up for each other and like you said, the period's syncing up. I know when it's Key, I'm stay upstairs. When it's Sterling, I ain't gonna talk to her. When it's Ice, I won't ask any questions. I've made my list. I know them now.
I feel like it also helps us though, like too, with like the hormones and being more aware of our bodies, checking our bodies, and
Yeah.
Like, we'll be seeing
Yeah.
that. It's also like a nice healthy note too. Like, okay, we're all good. Like,
Yeah, our periods is on
Right.
the same schedule. We have healthy, regular periods.
boobs
All
are
right. Everybody did their breast exam.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
a good. Boobs are good. Yeah, everything's good.
And they don't hesitate to ask me stuff when it comes to like health things
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, at all.
With being a survivor and being a healthcare worker, like these girls act like I'm a damn doctor already.
Look for what is this right here?
Yeah.
Just feel this
I'm
real
like,
quick.
I don't want to touch it. They're like, "Ah, eh." Like, oh my God. I gotta take a shower after I do that.
Um, I realized that we didn't say you were a radiation therapist. We didn't really say that. So not everyone might know that, all of our viewers.
I
So.
guess I didn't. Sometimes, when you just tell your story, so many times you're like, there's just
Oh
pieces
yeah.
all out. I'm like, man. But yeah, when I was in college, I was studying to be a radiation therapist before my diagnosis. So it was just like a little silver lining for me. Um,
Mm.
and while I was going through treatment, I was doing my clinical rotations. And so that was also my doctor's office. So like, the doctor's office loved me because not only was I the college student interning there, but I was also Ari the survivor. And like everybody loved me because I was the youngest person in the office. So, seeing me get through treatment, everyone was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So like, I feel like my intern experience was great. Like every little achievement I had, everybody was rooting for me. It was amazing. Like when I used to do my comps and like I would have to treat a patient by myself, baby, I would get to wear my big lashes because they knew. I'd be like, yeah, I need my lashes for my confidence. So anytime I had a comp, I'm coming in there with them 20 MMs. Nobody questions it. They're like, this is Ari. Like,
20 MMs.
yeah, 20 millimeters. I need them to be that long.
Uh,
If they're not 20 MMs, yeah. That's a
I was
baby.
laughing because I was like, I don't even know what that means. I feel like I used to
20
wear
millimeters.
lashes. No, I know, but just like in relation to my
Like,
actual eyelash. Yeah. Like what does that actually look like? Because I used to get lashes done, but I stopped doing that a few years ago.
pretty
Well,
long.
So
that's
ours are
the
like probably like a good 8 mm. So it's like double that.
yeah.
Yeah.
A baby's pinky.
So you can fly away.
But my eyes they just I have the perfect eyes for big lashes. Like I've never had
No,
anyone
you
tell
do
me
though. You
like
do. It works for
crazy,
you.
like, wow, you really pull off the big lash. I'm like, yes, I do.
No, it really does suit you. Not everybody could pull that off. You're right about
Like,
that.
yeah, love the lashes. But yeah, that's why even working in the world of radiation therapy, like we yell out measurements all day to each other. So like I could spot a measurement like with my eye. Like I could see centimeters. Like if I look at something, I'm like, yeah, that's 6 centimeters.
That's so
We're
funny.
literally trained to do that. So
Wow.
yeah.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
Nice.
Um,
No.
Yeah, it's just a
Something
little
to learn about radiation therapists.
something to know about radiation therapy. Yeah. Spot a centimeter from a mile away. And we're really good at mental math too, because we have to do a lot of mental math at work. So
mm,
like
that
now
is not.
when someone's like seven plus five, like before I would have to, 7 plus 5, that's not but now it's locked in. It's like, once you know.
Yeah, math is never, that's never been my strong suit. I loved
Same
history.
sister.
I loved English because I like to write. But math was never it for me.
I would rather take a math science class over an English history class any day.
And then I loved anatomy, like in college, high school, college. But yeah.
Yes, especially anatomy on a scan, like cross-sectional anatomy, like when it's cut like a slice.
Hmm.
And you get to identify organs on a scan. Oh, there's just certain things I just knew I was meant to be a science girl my whole life because it just excites the hell out of me.
Hmm. That's how I was with learning about muscles. I did athletic training. That was like my first program in college, and really just to be able to put together like what it takes for me to do this, like that really excited me.
Yes, our
Just
bodies are
like,
so strong, and so just
yes.
even like the people out here watching it, all the people that are going through treatment and stuff like that, like you guys just don't even know how strong your body is and like all
Mm,
the processes it goes through to
yes.
like get the chemo in your system and like, taking in the radiation, like learning radiation biology was so crazy. Like the depths of level of the radiation goes in your skin and just like, I don't know, your body fights for you a lot. So just make sure
We're
you
on the
take a moment
same
to,
wavelength.
yeah,
That's exactly where my mind went too. Like our bodies are so resilient.
literally.
And you also made me think about when you said that just now, the fact that um, you mentioned meeting Ricky and how that empowered you to be around other people who have gone through this journey, even though they weren't in the same age group, maybe. But I'm excited for us to share a little tidbit that you are creating a space for people of that age group who might be going through the cancer experience. So, if there's anything you want to say about that really quick?
Yes. So we just did get approved to do a youth support group. So I'm gonna be running it with another amazing young survivor that I met through just knowing people through touch. I met her when we were both 23, we're the same exact age. She was diagnosed with her first diagnosis at 23. And I got to get on the phone with her and baby, let me tell you, I had a whole document typed up. I was like, girl, I got a whole document for you about tips and tricks to get through treatment. And I told her like everything. And we've literally been like so
Mm,
close. Like we was on the phone for like 2 hours this morning. So we're gonna run the youth survivor group. Me and her have both gone through at least two diagnoses. And we just want to make a space where we can kind of make it a little lighthearted, but like, we could get deep too. Um,
yeah,
with me and a young person and like I said, the dark humor, like I love when the young survivors get together. We get to have like a little a little dark humor moment. Like,
yeah, because nobody will understand it like you guys do. Then that
no,
safe space is so necessary. There's
no.
experiences that come with being, a cancer thriver at that age. There's so many things that you don't know who to talk to about it. So like I'm excited for that space.
And especially since vlog like being inside of someone's personal life is so trendy right now. Vlogging is in
Mm,
what I do in my day and stuff like that. So I just feel like this would be a great opportunity for us to be real with other people. And we could probably
yeah.
like record some stuff and make some content from just doing that. Cause I just see us like really having hee-hees and ha-has in there. Like one time me and Kayla we were on the phone and we were just talking about how when we lost weight from like our diagnosis and I'm like, yeah, girl, I ain't see my body shaped up and this long. Like I'm shaped fat, but it was because of cancer. And it's just like me too, girl. My hips are all curvy, but it's because of cancer. It ate my bone right here, and so now I'm shaped up. I'm like, yeah, I'm shaped up now, but it's jokes like that other people would not understand. But that's the kind of like energy we're trying to bring to the space. So
I'm so excited. And Kayla is such a beautiful soul.
yeah.
And yeah, it's just gonna be, you guys are the perfect duo. Like you were meant to do that exactly. So so excited for that.
Yes, me
Um,
too. We got to come up with the new name, but
and you will, and it's gonna be great.
yeah,
But yeah, stay tuned for that. That's coming soon.
literally because I will be launching that flyer. So
Yes. Oh, you've been doing so great. So Ari, like she said, wears many hats, and she has been posting on our social media, creating really great content. Um, so I just love anytime I see something. I know that her hands have been on it because it just screams Ari, and it's so nice to see. Like you did a really great like series for the new interns that came in.
mhm.
Um,
Oh yeah,
I love that you're being able to exercise your creativity in that way. It's really nice to see.
that was
Um,
my manifestations for this year too, was that I wanted to work in a space where I could be medical, sciencey, and artsy.
yeah,
So I literally
yeah,
get to do all of that with touch now. So
yeah, same, same. I'm also like tapping into or exercising my creativity more lately,
And
and
so
it
if
feels
y'all
great.
start to see these faces on Instagram and TikTok, y'all know why, because I'm putting them to work. So if you back onto the Instagram page when we did the Kendrick Lamar dance, yes, those are the things. I'm like, come on, guys, you got to put the shirt on, you got to put these pants on. Like we're gonna record this one take, Jake, and it's gonna be great. Yeah.
I
So
know.
look forward to seeing them in a lot more TikToks and posts. We love.
The director, the executive producer, she is choreographer, she's all the things.
Yes.
She gets everybody together, keeps us all in line. One last question, everybody. Or anything else you wanted to say after this as well. Is there anything you can tell caretakers or sisters of survivors, thrivers, anyone, from your end of the experience that might be going through this?
Just find out what your person needs and do what you can to meet those needs. It doesn't have to be perfect, but showing up matters. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll also say be intentional with yourself, be intentional with your person, and just stay patient and optimistic.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm gonna bounce off the optimism and just stay positive and uplifting. Like it's
Mhm.
not gonna be easy every day, but you
Yeah.
allowing them to have a safe space is the best thing. I feel like
Yeah.
it's really it's everything. Like just allowing them to be safe and yeah, be vulnerable with you and in those moments. So.
And I would say if you're a sister on here and you helped your sister get through her journey, or you're going to help your sister get through her journey, just treat her like a pretty princess. That's all I ask for is to just be treated like a princess. Yeah.
I wasn't sure what you were gonna
It was
say.
well
I
deserved.
didn't think it was
Yes.
that, but that's hilarious. And yes, give them give them anything they want, all the greats, all their favorite snacks,
Yeah.
just anything that'll bring them comfort, some comfy pajamas, blanket. What did I want to add? Make sure you are providing and pouring into yourself because you can't really give, you hear the saying, you can't give from an empty cup. So I know that we need to make sure as caretakers we take care of ourselves.
Yes, and as survivors, don't be trying to drink out of nobody's empty cup either. Because I feel
Mm,
like, sometimes with going through a diagnosis, we forget how needy we can be as people, as survivors
mm,
sometimes. And we forget that, you know, at the end of the day, people don't really owe you anything. So you
mm,
be grateful for when people show up for you. And I feel like, sometimes people take that for granted too, being on the survivor side. So don't be talking shit to your caretakers and be complaining.
I feel like we had most definitely good boundaries and a good rhythm. Like
Yeah.
Sterling goes to the gym and she's a teacher. Isis, she has her schedule, and I'm a mom and I have my schedule. So I feel like we're most definitely able to coordinate it, set times of who can do what and be of assistance for Aria. So everyone can still have their own individuality while being a caretaker. So most definitely still have your
yeah,
individuality, still remain in your boundaries of what you like to do and your own hobbies. But yeah, I feel like you can most definitely do that and still show up for people because we
absolutely.
Nobody wanted to be overworked,
Yeah.
as being a
Yeah.
caretaker.
Yeah, I think that's so important to find balance for as a thriver, survivor, you don't want that to become your entire story, right? And you can't allow it to. I think it's the same thing as a caregiver. You're happy to do it, right? It's not an easy job all the time, though. And you can't allow that to also become your entire identity. So exactly what you were saying, Key, still do all of your things. You need to find time for yourself in all of that. And then you find your flow. Everybody's support system looks different, but you find your flow in whatever that needs to look like for everybody. And you guys have definitely done that.
Yeah, we found our flow. And
Yeah.
it worked. It
works.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank God.
Yeah, let's go.
In God's will.
Yes. Anybody have any final things? I'm just so happy to share space with you guys. It's been such a great conversation.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm super grateful that we were all able to get together and do this. Thankful for my sisters for coming and showing up for me in this way. This is even beyond the diagnosis, like, it never ends. The support never ends. So just get on this show and share their perspective. I'm very grateful. So thank y'all.
Yeah, I'm grateful to be in this space and be on this platform to share my voice and to hear your story again. It's always beautiful to hear and to hear your nice words, Uzo, and just like it's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, I know that so many people will find comfort and find joy and peace in watching this because unfortunately, we as Black women get diagnosed younger and younger. We're getting diagnosed more. So there are people out there that I know can relate to your stories and your experience. So thank you for your vulnerability. Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely. The space used to, when I first got into the space, I feel like it was only me, but as I've seen the years go on, I've started to see more people look like me in the youth category, and it's been pretty, not terrifying, but disheartening in a way. So that's why we out here. We out here to
Exactly. Exactly. We try to cover every area, every age range, and we're trying to be as inclusive as possible in the work that we do. We think of like a new program or initiative like every week. It's kind of ridiculous, but that's because we want to make sure we are covering all bases because our
And
people
that's why they
need
put me on the
us.
touch team. I'm coming for you, hot girls. Hot girls, I am coming for you.
I love you guys so much. Next month, we're going to be talking with our interns, right, Ari?
It's my
So
little
that's
HBCU babies.
yes, it's going to be a great episode. I'm excited to hear from them. I haven't really been able to connect with them, so but I know that they've been doing really well on social media. Ari is running a tight ship. Um, but yeah, excited for that episode. You guys stay tuned.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.